Good morning from me on a Monday where my period just needs to hurry up and be here. I am running so hot. I'm running so hot, which sounds silly because I'm sat here in a jumper, but I only need to walk at like a slightly faster pace than normal and I'm sweating. I don't think I've ever had the temperature change this like prominent before, and the period pain is wild. It didn't get in the way of my session this morning though. I trained upper and it was really good. I pushed myself really hard, so that feels good. It's definitely a mindset thing. If you walk in there and you're like, this isn't going to bother me, 9 times out of 10 it won't. So yeah, focused, got in there, got out, felt good. But back to work today. Feels like I didn't really have a break over the weekend because we got so much done, which is brilliant, but there's definitely a balance to find at the moment. And I'm sorry that my YouTube is now turning into my wedding being my personality, but that is the reality of the situation. There's just not a whole lot of downtime now that will not be focused on getting wedding stuff done, because I know I can't avoid that last kind of fortnight where everybody is on you, suppliers, friends and family asking questions. I know I can't avoid that, but as far as possible I would like to be super organised. So that is why the majority of our weekends now are going to be spent doing wedmin. So if you're not here for that, I totally get it, but I'm afraid my wedding is my personality now. It certainly feels that way. It's a shame, but it's just gotta be done to get ahead. Good morning, it is Tuesday. I have had a very productive morning. There's so much going on with work stuff. Oh my god, teeth look very straight. Still getting used to that, very weird. Trained quads and delts this morning. It was a really good session. My period has started, so I'm feeling actually a little bit better, but in a lot of pain and discomfort as per usual. And just getting on with a lot of work. Last night I went and blitzed all my steps after work and did a little bit more wedmin, did a little bit more admin. I'm just becoming that person at the moment. Our champagne delivery got fucking attempted this morning when we were both at the gym, which is annoying. But yeah, Tuesday is just a boring, lots of work to do day. I am going to get out on my lunch today though to get some steps in, because yesterday my meeting from 4 till 5 overran by an hour, so it was 4 till 6. How does that even happen? I've got shit to do and I couldn't get out of it. So today has been busy, but I've just managed to get out on my lunchtime walk, make myself a coffee. I've got another meeting for the next 2 hours and then I'll pretty much be done for the day. And the sun is shining. One thing that I did notice this morning, when I got up and went out, the birds were singing. That sounds really sad, but the birds were singing. It was the first time that I'd really noticed it at like before 7 a.m. and I thought, do you know what, spring is coming. And then I thought back and I was like, actually I didn't find it too difficult to get out of bed this morning. And I feel like the challenges that I've had with getting up early, as the weather is getting a bit warmer and better, I'm starting to get back into it. So yeah, feels good. Feel a lot more productive, less sluggish. Some of that will actually come with having a bit of weight off. When you're eating that much food in an off season, you do start to feel sluggish and you don't notice it until you take some of that food away. Things you learn. Looking calm as ever with my sock curls. I'm just sorting out my supplements for the week, and not a lot has really changed. I have run out of my probiotic. Oh my god, the bag's under my eyes. I swear I'm not that tired, and I don't... No, I look bad either way. But I've run out of my probiotic. Will repurchase, but gonna wait till Friday because payday, and fucking hell, have I spent some money this week. I actually feel a little bit ill. Magnesium is still in. Fish oil is in. Ashwagandha is in. Life-changing DIM supplement is in. I've been recommending that to so many people at the moment. Turk and Trib is still in. I've got loads of this left, but I don't know whether I'll be repurchasing, to be honest, at this point. I don't know. I always say that, but I'm probably going to repurchase. Glucosamine is still in, and the Glycomax is still in. However, this is probably one that if I carry on lower carbs, I don't know whether I'm going to get more of these until I'm back on a bulk, which will be post-June, I imagine. So I might save myself 40 quid and not repurchase that. 45. I don't even know how much these are anymore. But I've got quite a few left. So I'm going to keep them in as far as they go, but I don't know whether I'll repurchase those. I'm just not eating enough carbs to warrant it, to be honest. Sad times. I feel like this needs to be documented. I've got jeans on. I can't remember the last time I wore jeans, but I'm wearing them because they fit. I'm not going to force myself into stuff that doesn't fit in an off season and make myself feel shit. And nor should you. Nobody should squeeze into clothes. Clothes are made to fit you. You are not made to fit into clothes. When was the last time someone asked you what size your clothes were? Never. I can only think of one instance, which is a changing room. Anyway, it's Wednesday. I'm in the office on my lunch and just picking up a Monster because where's my energy gone? Don't know, but it's not here. I'm feeling pretty tired, and yeah, it's rest day with 40 minutes cardio on the top, because it's my last of my cardio to get done before my check-in tomorrow. And I've got no expectations of my check-in tomorrow. I think there could still be a good drop on there, but I am on my period, so try not to think about it or overthink it anyway. But looking forward to seeing what happens with that and trying to take things a little bit slower today if I can, because energy is low. Lol at me yesterday saying that the weather was so great and it made me feel really happy. I've just finished my cardio and my steps. I did 40 minutes on the Stairmaster-ish. I'll come back to that in a second. And 40 minutes on the treadmill. I've been playing this solitaire game on my phone, and I got so into it to the point where I did 42 minutes on the Stairmaster and I didn't even realise. If you can be on the Stairmaster and not have your hands on it, fucking hell, what a distraction. I'm made up with myself. That 80 minutes felt like half an hour because I was so distracted. Hacks. Now I'm going to go in, write my check-in out, eat my last meal of the day. And yeah, that is the plan. Have a fucking shower because I stink. Good morning, Thursday. I've done my check-in this morning. I'm a kilo down, which is great. But I tell you what, my fucking posing needs work. I did struggle to get into some poses this morning. I really need to prioritise a massage. The last massage I had was last year. And I distinctly remember Katrina being like, you need to come in and we need to do a full hour on your back. Have I done that? No, I haven't. And it shows. I am struggling to get into some poses, particularly my back shot, and I just really need to have her open up my back. So I'm going to prioritise that this month. A few bits to pay for regarding posing anyway. I am heading to a free posing workshop next Sunday with PCA, so that will probably help me feel a little bit better. It's really, really easy in off season to get into bad habits. I don't think I've picked up too many, but there are things that I need to work on. There'll always be things that I need to work on with posing. It's never ever going to be perfect. It's one of those things that you can't do enough of. I do try and pose every single training session in between sets with no shoes on. I have been taking my shoes on the odd occasion on a Saturday and whizzing through some posing in the boxing studio at my gym. But it is time to knuckle down on it. Post-wedding, I'll be able to invest in it again, but posing is not cheap. Posing lessons are not cheap. You're looking at around, when I was competing in 2022, posing lessons were around 50 quid for an hour. They're now looking more like 80. So it's just a lot, and I'm not spunking money on that when I've got napkins to pay for. Do you know what I mean? Fucking napkins. But free posing workshop next weekend. Dan is holding a posing seminar with Kayla as well, just privately for Team DW clients, which I am thinking I'm going to go to. I just haven't paid for it yet. Get paid Friday. I'll prioritise it then. But yeah, that is where we're at. I haven't had any feedback from Amy yet. I'm sure I'll have some by the end of the day, and I'll let you know what she says. But I'm in the office again today. Got another busy one. Got a few different meetings, one to do like business continuity plans, one I am presenting our high priority issue work stream, and yeah, I'm hoping to get out on time today. It's 9:15 now, so sooner I get in, sooner I can leave. It's a rest day today. Thank God. It's a rest day today, and I'm not doing any cardio. And I am getting the vibe that Amy might put me on a deload anyway. So whether I train tomorrow and Saturday, I've no idea at the moment, but I know that is coming. I haven't had one in 11 weeks. Amy doesn't really like to let me go 12 weeks without having one. Can you believe I've been with Amy 20 weeks now? I can't. That's flown by. This year is going so fast. Every week feels like it's going fast. I think it's because I've got so much to do with regards to the wedding, but I am feeling that the weeks are flying by more than I have any other year anyway. So yes, it's starting to get to the point where I need to think about investing in things like posing and bikinis and things like that for next year. And I am mentally starting to plan a little bit of that, and shows. One of my best friends asked me this week what my competing plans were because she wants to be there, and I'm like, oh, actually I need to start to not lock in shows but aim for shows and pencil them in, which I have done a little bit of, but I know what federations that I want to compete with, and the competition season runs pretty much same every year. They're not too different in terms of the location of them and roughly when they'll be, weekends wise and dates wise. So I am starting to think about it. I think Amy and I will have a sit down November, December time and lock those in. I won't, but I think I'll take a different approach this year, because in 2022, when I last competed, I locked shows in very, very early. I paid for them, registered for them, got my photography package, got my makeup package, all that shit. And it puts the
it really puts the pressure on to be ready, and because you've paid for it, you don't want to waste that money. And I don't know whether you can transfer payments and stuff over to different shows. You probably can, but I've not done that. But I think next year I will go in a little bit low and slow and register as close as possible to the show without compromising like family being able to get tickets and stuff to come and watch. So it's happening. It's just not set in stone, because I want to be the best that I can possibly be. And if I ain't ready, I ain't ready. And I am going to have to come in a lot leaner this time than I have before, because I'm hoping to be ready for athletic figure as opposed to toned figure. If you're not too sure about classes, toned figure is a slightly softer look, still muscular, but a little bit softer. Athletic figure is more muscle, even more condition, still going for symmetry, still going for X frame, which is the kind of your back, your widest point of your back, smaller waist, and then bigger on the bottom, creating that X shape. And you'll get that across all the figure categories. It just, the muscularity and the condition is what you'll be playing with on top of that. So lots to think about as always. But yeah, we don't need to think about that too much just yet, but it's starting to go on. It's absolutely disgusting again, so whatever steps I don't get in at work on my lunch today, I will get in on the treadmill later, because absolutely fuck this.
Good afternoon. Right. You can see that 1.2 drop in you this week. You can visually see that. Wow. Yeah, I looked at your Telegram video first and I was like, okay, and then looked at your weight, and then that makes complete sense, because yeah, we're looking really, really good this week. Yeah, really, really, really happy with how this week has went. That's 2 weeks in a row we've had quite a decent drop, and I do think that's probably going to drop even more once you're off your cycle. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen next week. You said you've also forgot to mention you've got the PC posing seminar next weekend. Is that the one in Birmingham? It's usually in Birmingham, and then the DW one as well. I will be at the DW one, so I will see you then. That's 4 weeks away, 3 weeks away. So you'll be coming towards the end of Minicut by that point. So excited to see how you actually look in person, get a good feel for kind of putting two and two together with
That's exciting.
What you look like on visuals versus in person. It's always good to know that. But yeah, we don't need to change anything at all this week. Everything is running smoothly still, so really, really happy with where we're going with this, and we will just continue on with another solid week like this.
Lovely. I hadn't listened to that yet. I hadn't had a chance because I've been busy bee, and I went for a walk on my lunch. I went with a colleague, so I didn't listen to it. I just chatted to him, really. He's doing a step challenge at the minute. He knows that I get the most steps in out of everybody, so he knew I was a solid choice to go for a walk with. I've done 6,451, so not actually loads, and I'll have another 6,000 to go when I get home, but steps is all we're getting today, so it's all good.
Good afternoon, it is Friday. It's actually 10 to 3. I've been super busy with work this morning, conducting some interviews for business continuity plans, just making sure that we've got kind of workarounds in place if the worst were to happen. For a new team, I am now about to move on to reviewing some logbooks. So whenever there's an incident or a major incident in the UK, all of your first responders, your emergency services, councils, that kind of thing, they will all complete logs of the incident, and it's similar to note taking, but it's not. It's far more detailed than that. So it's their experience of the incident from their perspective, all the way down to like the time that they received calls, who from, what information was given to them on that call, what they're going to do with the information that they've been given, and where they're going to report it to and when. So it's that much detail, and it's not necessarily taking down what's happened as it's happened. It's all of your involvement in the incident. So when we run exercises at work, we ask all of our on-call officers to complete logs, and I am going to spend the rest of the afternoon going through them and giving them some feedback on how they've completed their log. So that is my plan for the afternoon. It is 10 to 3 at this point. I'm not going to be working for too much longer, probably another hour. And then I'm going to start on my check-ins. I've got all of them ready to go. I've had a quick look through them this morning already and given a little bit of immediate feedback and praise where it's due, because there is a lot. And yeah, I've just been out and got a load of steps in. So I'm about 4,000, 5,000 in, less to break down later. And I trained pull this morning. So no more fuck it Fridays. I went in and did what I was supposed to do. It felt really good. It felt really good. I really thought Amy was going to deload me yesterday, but she's quite happy with how I'm performing. And so am I at the moment. I do very much need a massage. I get paid in an hour. Not that I'm counting. Get paid in an hour. And I'm going to start faffing about with a couple of bits. I need a massage. I need to pay for this posing workshop next week. Oh, actually, that's it. They're the two things that I need to worry about today. And I need to buy Andy's birthday present. I've got a list on the go, but I don't know exactly what I'm going for yet. Choices. I also need to FaceTime my parents and coordinate us going to get our suits tomorrow. So last week, Andy and I sorted out suits for the wedding, picked the one. Now we've just got to get everyone measured, and everyone is all over the country. We've got 3 of the groomsmen over in Manchester, 1 in Norwich, and 2 are my dad and my stepdad. So they need to get measured up this weekend. Gonna head in early tomorrow morning, in, out, shake it all about. Hopefully it all goes well. I'm getting some interesting looks, I'll be honest. Hello, it is Saturday. You just saw me in Primark picking up a fuck ton of flip-flops. Causing myself a lot of attention, because who goes in and buys 20 pairs of flip-flops? I do. They are obviously for the wedding. I'm going to pop some little tags around them so that the girls can take their heels off when it gets to later on in the day and they want to take them off before the evening. We have had such a productive morning in town. We don't go into town that much. We only really go in if we've got jobs to do, which we obviously have loads of those at the moment. But the point of us going into town today was to take my dad and my stepdad to try on the wedding suit, which went very well, and they're all sorted. So we've got their sizes. I think there's only Andy's dad and Andy's brother to get sizes now. We also picked these up from Blacks because they were having a clearance, I don't know whether it's clearance or closing down, sale, but these should have been super expensive. And we got them for 44 quid. So we weren't planning to get those, but we got them for our honeymoon, because our honeymoon is very much a adventure-y kind of holiday. I wouldn't say it's like it's luxurious, but it's more, I'm going to need a backpack full of stuff that doesn't crease, let's put it that way, and not a lot of pairs of heels because I'm going to be hiking everywhere. But yeah, we've got a load of bits for the wedding, got a couple of bits just in general as we were in there that we needed. I've just opened my wedding shoes. They're actually way better than I thought to start off with. Also had my engagement ring cleaned while we were in there. Like I say, super productive. We were in town for about 9:15 and just steamrolled loads of jobs. So we've got a lot done. We're running out of space to put all of these things now. I swear every other day something comes from Amazon for this fucking wedding. But today is a rest day. We decided last night that we were going to have today as a rest day together. Andy is away for most of next week, in fact all of next week with work. So we are going to have a rest day today and chill together, and then tomorrow we're going to have a bit of a date day, doing what we like to do best and going off to an Ultraflex gym and training together, and then relaxing for the rest of the day, I think. Maybe a few wedding bits added in there as well. A very productive hour.
Go on now. Slow that, you centre it down. Come on. Right, 2 more. Get tight. Big stretch. That'll do. It's going to be heavy at the bottom, deep stretch. Keep your hands a little straight on at the back. We'll get a bit more upper back in there. That's it. Good job. Yeah.
So as you can see from that training session, we spent our Sunday late morning. We actually had a bit of a lie-in at Ultraflex, trained legs, bit of shoulders, bit of back, bit of chest, and it was really, really good. It is by far our out of the Ultraflexes that we've been to, Hull is by far our favourite. For some reason, we're in Lincoln and we are probably about 30-40 miles from all of them bar Durham, so we can get to Derby really easily, Leeds, Normanton, Rotherham and Hull. So it only takes us just over an hour to get to most of them, to be honest, but it's our favourite. And that's how we've spent most of the day. Got back about 4, I've done my steps, Andy's getting ready to go away for the week, and we've just recently got into, we're a bit late to the party, but the Haunted of Hill House. So we're going to spend the rest of our evening watching that, aren't we?
Aye.
But it's been really wholesome. We sorted out suits yesterday. I did a lot of Wedderman, mainly flip-flop based. But everything seems like it's starting to come together a little bit more. And now I'm playing meal catch-up. Not like me.